Hello YouTube, FilmBuff06 here with at long last my first video of 2017. My sincere apologies for the nearly month-long hiatus from recording videos on the channel because I've been very hard at work on a top secret project that I'm hoping to crank out to you guys within the next month. Before I start, I just want to give you guys my very brief thoughts. Recent double shock of news that's essentially rocked the Doctor Who community to its very core. First of which is the profoundly sad loss of the War Doctor himself, Sir John Hurt, to pancreatic cancer during last week. You know, as you all might know, he sadly passed away in his Norfolk home last Wednesday, aged 77, and of course we didn't find out this news until last Friday. So my thoughts on that, I'm pretty much speechless, really, for the most part. Speechless, sad, and honestly gutted, and I really do mean this very sincerely. I've never actually felt like this towards such a high-profile celebrity death like this, only since last month, when both Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds died. So of course my condolences go out to Sir John's family at this really turbulent and dark time, and he is of course going to be immensely missed within not just the Doctor Who community, but amongst film fans in general who grew up and have really fond memories of his incredible body of work. So yeah, rest in peace, Sir John Hurt. And the second shock that the Doctor Who community received was only last night, when Peter Capaldi made the shock announcement on BBC Radio 2, I believe, on the Joe Wiley show, that he is going to be stepping down from his role as the 12th Doctor in this year's Doctor Who Christmas special. And I am of course as gutted and upset as pretty much everyone else is, but at the same time, I do understand why he's doing this, why he feels that he has to move on from the role after 3 or 4 years, and it pretty much makes me all the more excited and intrigued, really, to see who Chris Chibnall is going to cast as the 13th Doctor before he starts filming on series 11 next year. Also, if the next Doctor is going to be female, then my two picks for this are either Olivia Colman or Saran Jones. Otherwise, if the next Doctor is still going to be male, Lee Ingleby, please, especially based on his performance in series 1 of the A Word last year, please, Chibnall. Anyways, with all of that out of the way, I'm of course going to be giving you guys my first ever DVD collection update video for January 2017. And I of course have got only 4 DVDs to show off to you guys. And without any further ado, let's get started. First up is another Robin Williams film that I've got, and this one is from 1998, I believe, and this was directed by Tom Shadyac, the man behind, of course, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Liar Liar, and the Nutty Professor remake with Eddie Murphy. Oh, and Bruce Almighty, and Evan Almighty. And that is, of course, based on a true story, Patch Adams. And yeah, and as always, cannot wait to review this movie to you and bring out a review of this movie to you guys in the very near future. Next up is Live, Die, Repeat, otherwise known as The Edge of Tomorrow, with Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise, and directed by Doug Liman, the man behind The Bourne Identity, Jumper, and Swingers. Just to name a few. And, yeah, just awesome to finally collect this, and, yeah. Next up is a movie that I wanted to review last year, but never ever had the chance to, and I'm hoping to make up for that at some point later this year. That is, if I do have the chance. and that is, of course, Silver Linings Playbook, which stars Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, who, of course, deservedly won the Oscar for her performance in this film, as well as Robert De Niro and Jackie Weaver, and surprisingly enough, Chris Tucker from the Rush Hour films. Cannot wait to hopefully review this movie to you guys at some point later this year. So, yeah, Silver Linings Playbook. And finally, just to celebrate the recent release in cinemas of Trainspotting 2, I find the final DVD I've got is, of course, the original Trainspotting, and I bought this from my local HMV just over the weekend, and long story short, I wanted to buy this from my local Asda a couple of weeks ago, but never quite got but I was kind of blocked from doing so, which was a bit of a shame, but apart from that, at least I finally got it from my local HMV, and I consider it just an awesome privilege to finally have this in my collection. So, wow, there you go. Trainspotting. And that is that, guys. So, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below. Please let me know your thoughts on the first batch of DVDs I've collected for this year, which once again are Patch Adams, Live, Die, Repeat, otherwise known as The Edge of Tomorrow, Silver Linings Playbook, and Trainspotting. Plus, feel free to subscribe to my channel as always. Plus, if you haven't already, please feel free to follow me on Twitter, as well as my new Instagram account. So, do take care, everyone, and goodbye.